Hey there, Business Freedom Podcast listeners. Welcome back to another episode. Today, the title of our podcast is To Win in Business, You Must Have the Right Tools and Systems. You know, in an industry that is attracted to the easy button, they want a quick solution. They think short term and not long term. This is like the status quo. Even real estate team leaders generally aren't thinking the long game. You know, Real Estate B School, we're a long game sort of company, and a lot of times, and we joke internally, you know, that we are giving to an industry that wants a lot of unhealthiness, like a rock concert or French fries. We are serving up green juice and salads. And a former client of ours spent a couple, maybe almost 3 years with Kirby Skurot out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's the first that sort of really put it that way. You know, Real Estate B School, the bad part of that is that it's hard to really sex up and market and, you know, how do you make green juice and salads, you know, really appetizing when burgers and French fries are so much more appetizing. The good thing though is that, you know, it's never going to change that. There are just basic business fundamentals that you need to adhere to in order to be really healthy in your business. So today, I want to take you through a business assessment. And this is something that we do with our clients regularly. We start the relationship with an assessment like this. And I want you to think about the different areas of your business. And Real Estate B School, we have 4 key business drivers. Attract, number 1, you need to attract buyers and sellers. Number 2 is you need to convert into face-to-face appointments, and then those face-to-face appointments into loyal clients. And number 3, you need to deliver. So attract, convert, deliver. You're on your promises, right? Deliver a world-class experience. And that's something that we are really digging into heavily the last couple of years in our real estate team and for Real Estate B School. And then we talk about scale. How do you really scale your real estate team the right way? Scale it so you don't have to be the one in the business all the time. So let's talk about the attract driver. Under each driver, there are 3 accelerators. So 4 drivers, 3 accelerators. There's sort of 12 areas of your business that we're going to ask a question about. And I want you to think about on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being like, nope, don't do it, really bad in that area, to 5, we are crushing it. 100% agree with that statement or question. So first one in attract is database marketing. We have a system. You have a system for past clients in Sphere that consistently generates inbound referrals. So a system, 1 to 5, where do you grade yourself? Second accelerator is listing marketing. We have a system for generating listing opportunities for our team outside of our database. So consistently generating listing leads, 1 to 5. Buyer marketing. We have a system for generating buyer opportunities for our team outside of our database. And I would say it's in the attract driver. So I don't consider necessarily paying for forced home search registrations as marketing. I know you can argue that Zillow works and pay-per-click works, and I just don't really see it as the future of business. So when you answer 1 to 5 here, are you generating like really good buyer opportunities without having to pay for pay-per-click or Zillow? And if you have nothing outside of paid lead sources in that area that's working really, really well, like open houses or yard marketing or those kinds of things, then I would err on the lower side there. All right, so that is the attract driver. The convert driver, first accelerators, lead management. I have a system in place for managing and converting leads that are followed by all team members. Key part there, followed by all, FBA. System in place for managing and converting leads, 1 to 5. Appointment setting is the second accelerator. We use consistent scripts and processes for setting new appointments. So it's you and everyone on your team is following the same scripts and the same processes for setting new appointments with buyers and sellers. And then the third accelerator in the convert driver is consultation process. We use the same processes and materials when meeting with clients. So buyer and seller consultations, you have a similar process, whether it's you sitting down with a buyer or a seller or your team member sitting down with a buyer and seller. It's a consistent, highly productive in the sense that more often than not, a met turns into a signed. So this is all about lead, set, met, signed, under contract and close. And then the deliver driver. So first part of this is listing servicing. That's the first accelerator. We have documented processes for delivering consistent, high-level service to our seller clients. So without you being involved in it, 1 to 5, how close are you to a world-class seller experience? That's a 5. Buyer servicing. So this is the point, you're servicing a buyer to get it to under contract, not including contract to closing. We have a documented process for delivering consistent high-level service to our buyer clients. World-class service, I'm talking. Then our third accelerator in the deliver driver is transaction management. We have documented processes to service our clients from contract to close. Where are you there in terms of being able to service your buyer's contract to close and not having your hands in all of it? All right, last driver is scale. So we have a first accelerator in the scale driver is create your future. Scale of 1 to 5, we have a clear 3-year plan, and we know the best way to structure our team to achieve that goal. So 1 is you have no clue. I don't even have a 3-year plan. To 5, we have a 3-year plan, and we're really confident we've got everything figured out to achieve it. Second part of this accelerator is I take breaks at least monthly to delegate tasks off my plate that are not serving the business at the highest level. So you as the manager and leader of the team, are you taking breaks and delegating in order to elevate in the business? Scale of 1 to 5. All right, the second accelerator here is to know your numbers. We know and track the key numbers in our business, leading and lagging indicators, and review them regularly. How much do you know lead, set, met, sign by lead source, by agent on your team, your financials, your monthly financials, and all the indicators in your business? The second part of this accelerator, know your numbers, is we track our total GCI, gross margin, and net profit and review them regularly. On our team, we do a weekly P&L and review it weekly. The last accelerator in the fourth driver, which is scale, is grow your team. We have a recruiting process in place that's consistently generating recruiting prospects. 1 to 5. Is your recruiting system, the system by which you bring talent onto your team, is it a 1, it sucks, or is it a 5, it's world-class? The second question here is we have a documented onboarding and training process that equips our new team members, most likely salespeople, to perform at a high level in their position. 1, you have no onboarding process or training process whatsoever. 5, you bring a new person onto your team, 30 days later, they're highly productive and they're earning commission checks or well on their way to earning commission checks. And so that is, hopefully that's just a way to look at your business. When you're thinking about the projects to work on in your business, or you're thinking about what's the next thing I need to focus on in order to take my business to the next level, I always go back to this assessment. And so this is a podcast episode that you can always go back to and really look at in terms of your ability to attract, not pay for leads, not pay someone else to generate instant offer home sellers that you're paying 30% when they close, right? Not Dave Ramsey ALP that you're paying 35%. I'm talking about you are the marketer that's attracting buyers and sellers to your business and referrals systematically. Convert, right? That's convert to face and manage all the leads and process, lead management process, and then get them to become a loyal client. Deliver on your promises that you made in sales in terms of seller servicing, buyer servicing, and contract to closing. And then your ability to scale your business, which is the fourth driver, which is to create your future, to grow your team, and to know your numbers. And that's how I would always think about your business. If you went through that assessment, even if you did it while you were going for a run, or you you're in the car and you didn't actually take numbers, you didn't actually write down your numbers to each of those questions. If you know in your heart that you were 2s and 3s on most of those, and which would lead me to believe that you're probably not positioned the right way to be able to scale this business outside of you doing all the heavy lifting and holding the pieces together and being the main cog in this business operation. You've got to slow down for 45 minutes is all I ask. And if you've already achieved, at least 500,000 of GCI, you've already got at least one administrator, a couple buyer agents, or if your team, you could be doing 5 million, but the profits aren't there. You're super stressed. You're spending too much time in the business and the money's not there. It's all about time, money, and stress. No matter where you are in your journey, 500,000 GCI with a small team or 5 million GCI, if the time, money, stress equation is jacked up, not in your favor, go to realestatebschool.com. And like I said, all I have for you is a 45-minute conversation. Where we will unpack all of that. What your business looks like today, what's working, what's not working, what you think is possible for the future, and then what's holding you back. What are some of the obstacles that you could see in terms of being able to achieve that 2 to 3 year future that we'll talk about. So go to realestatebschool.com and take action right now if that's you, and we'll see you there.